Alright, on to take 2. My grandma decided she would burst into the room and say some not cool things, but hey. So, part 2, baby fishies. I've got I've been having I had an algae bloom in this tank, and there's still a little in there. You can see it's a tad murky, just a little bit. Before it was really murky. You could hardly see in there. No matter how much I cleaned, there was nothing in there but a couple of snails. I couldn't get rid of the bloom, and I wasn't sure what caused it. And I had done the blackout for a while, and but now it looks good. I had said to somebody that if one of my fish has babies, they'll probably take care of the algae bloom. So, day before yesterday, was it day before? Might have been yesterday. I don't know, I'm kind of turned around. There's a whole lot going on here at home, so, anyways, me and all my talking, but I got some ghost shrimp, and I'm trying to do a little colony in there. See, I've got their little place over there, and plants everywhere. All the stuff in the front is new plants, so it doesn't look too good yet, but it should look better soon. And we've got all the little babies over there, and there's probably about 50 in there. I'm gonna have to move some within maybe a week or 2. And over here, one of my mollies had given birth to 5 little babies, and she's carrying multiple broods because she's still huge, and they are 2 days older than these babies, and I had to pop them in that net so I could have the swordtail female in there so she wouldn't eat them. And Mama got moved afterwards, the day after. I had left her in there because she had a lot of babies and she wasn't doing so good. I just bought her and she was pregnant, so. But anyways, they cleared the algae right up just like I thought, even the little shrimpies, and you can see she's got eggs, and from what I was told, they are unfertilized eggs, and that's why they're not green yet. She's a ghost shrimp, and I don't know if there's any fact to that. I'm used to seeing them green. I've never seen them with brown eggs before like that. And I have bred them before. I had gotten some, and I put them in that net that I've got in that thing. You see that little plastic cup up top in my other tank. And I was keeping them in there for a quarantine, and suddenly, and the next day, all my females suddenly had green eggs. So, she's had the little brown eggs since I got her about, maybe a week ago, not quite. So I don't know. I thought she might have been in a mono shrimp mix or something, but she looks like a ghost shrimp. And she's not cloudy like she was when I got her. She was kind of cloudy colored with bits of brown here and there, but a couple of them are. But they're fixing. That one's looking pretty good. And I've got some weird eggs in here, and I don't know what they're from. I know that they are not from my ram's horn snails, because they lay them in like these little sacks on the window. They don't have like spots like that. So I have no idea where they came from, unless shrimp do that, and I've never seen shrimp do that. Usually they carry them and then shoot out the little larvas. But, yeah, does anybody know what those are from? There's not been anything in here but the ghost shrimp, ram's horn snails. Oh, there's trumpet snails in there. Maybe that's what they're from. And I don't have any egg-laying fish in this tank, and there never have been. So, the only thing that's been in here in the last 2 years has been live bearers and shrimp with the snails. So, yeah. I've got 5 tanks, so I can split the babies up, but I'm going to have to give some away early, probably, because there's just no way I'm going to be able to raise that many. There's a lot of them. And these ones in here, I actually think might be muppies. And Mom had given birth to a couple more, which are in here. Now this tank's got a little bit of an algae problem. I don't know why. There's 3 neon tetras, a gourami, and a crayfish. That's all that's been in here. Well, snails for food, so maybe they're causing a buildup, but my stats are all good. Anyways, there's that baby. It was the only one I managed to save because she gave birth in the main tank. The other babies, I have no idea where they're from. I think they're plotties, but I'm not sure. You can see my crayfish down in there. I initially had 5 neons, but I had purchased 4 neons to go with my 1, and all 4 of those ended up with ick, and all of them died except for 1, so I went and got some more since I was treating for ick anyways, and all of them but 1 died again, so I was like, well, forget it. They're too delicate, and when they're already sick, they don't handle moving very well, but that's that tank. And my snail problem has actually gotten down a lot. I started out with 12 snails 3 months ago. I had ordered 12 pink ram's horns. And a little brat back there. That's baby blue. My crayfish. He's gotten huge since I got him. He was about an inch and a half when I got him. He's about 3.5 inches long now. Yeah, there's that tank, and he eats a lot of the snails, which is what I got him for. There's also a couple of ghost shrimp in there somewhere. He can't catch them, but he tries. They were initially for food. That's why I've got a breeding colony, because I like them, so I don't want to kill them all. I want to keep them around. And the other tank over here, this is my adult tank. And I'm still working on it little bits at a time and putting more plants in there. Not that it needs any more. And I've got a Pleco in that jar back there. I'm hoping to have a much bigger tank soon, because there's only supposed to be 12 adult fish in here. All the rest are babies that I'm going to be selling this summer. Anybody interested? I've got some short fin harlequins, mollies. At least that's what I think those are called, not her. Oh, where'd he go? Little brat. Let's do all the babies. Yeah, so there's a lot of extra cleaning, and I've kept in check. Those little guys right there, or those big guys, I should say, they're sort of orange and black. I believe they're called short fin harlequins. They're actually mixed mollies, but that's what they came out looking like. So, Dad was a short fin molly. He looked like a wild molly. He was all silver with a little bit of a yellow on his tail and belly. A dark silver. Mom was a creamsicle molly, and Mom was also the mom of that, which is a silver sailfin molly mixed with a creamsicle, and it came out really cool. I've got some swordtails. The red ones are swordtails. They are solar flares like Mom right there, and that there is the mother of all the new babies that I've got in the other tank. She looks a lot better. She was not happy before, because I had purchased her pregnant and she just didn't recover, so I had her in that 10-gallon by herself. The male I purchased with her, he's in here because he was pestering her. Look at the belly on that little guy. I'd put an algae wafer in there. I bet he's the only one who found it. These are some of my new ones. Well, my youngsters that I don't want out there yet. And there's some guppies in there. My homemade nursery nest. This one is empty except for some snails, which are going to be food as soon as Baby Blue finishes what's in the 20-gallon. So yeah, I started out with like 12 of them, and then I ended up with several hundred of them, and now I'm down to maybe 60 or so. That's my adult tank. You've seen my baby tank and my creature tank. Eventually, when Baby Blue is not a baby anymore, he's probably going to have the tank completely to himself and the snails. I'm not sure if I'll be able to keep fish with him when he's older, but my gold grummy's in there because the male, this guy, is a complete jerk. He absolutely shredded her. Her fins were ripped up. He bit her feelers in half, and you can see she's recovered from that. And she was really skinny, and she's not anymore. And you can see she's definitely a female. She's all rounded. Her feelers are starting to come back. I was worried about that. I'll show you. So we can see she's a girl, but she's not going to hold still. My neons want to say hi, though. Now I was going to show you guys my guppy tank, which is currently a little too full, but I had taken 12 of them to be sold, and they said that they were not active enough so they would not take them. So I've got too many in there. There's only supposed to be 5, and I'd taken 12. I moved some of the males out because that was just too many males for the girls. But yeah, so there's the bright lights there. So there should be. I wanted to have 2 males and 4 females. So initially it was 1 male and 4 girls. But yeah, there are 2 males in there that I just love. That one. And where is he? He's a little Endler's mix. I'm not sure if you can see him. He's right in the light beams there. He's a little Endler's mix, and I had gotten him from my other Endler's mix before he died. I had sold off all his babies, so he passed away from old age, and I was like, oops. I kept selling off all his young, so I didn't have any left. I got lucky though. We've got some yellow jacket tiger mixes in there. That one's dead. That one's actually new. That one up there is turning into a boy. He'll be real pretty. This is my Endler's tank. Well, it was initially an Endler's tank with these guys in it, but now it has the guppies. Because the pet shop guy that I went to sell them to, he said, oh, they're not active. There's something wrong with them, blah, blah, blah. On the way out, I happened to look at the prices for the red blondes tuxedos that I've got in there. I've got a bunch of those. And the blue blonde tuxedos I moved them into the other tank. They were selling them for like $7.99 a piece, and I was like, oh, so that's why you don't want to sell them for. You don't want to buy them from me. They're too pricey. Oh, we also said they were too skinny, but males are not as chubby as the females. That's just how it is, but they don't look too skinny to me. What about you guys? And do they look not active to you? So yeah, this tank also takes a little bit of extra cleaning because it's overstocked, but I check the water stats every day with my testing kit. I've got the API Master Freshwater Test Kit, so it's not the cruddy strips. And I'd show you guys my beta tank, but his light's off for the night already. These guys get up on my schedule, so, and my schedule is like, starts about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I keep the tanks covered with towels so they don't get interrupted by the light during the day. That way they aren't stressed on my schedule. My tuxedo is breeding with my little rainbow-tailed female. Yay. For the most part, they end up just like him, or blue with red tails, which I've got some of, so. Really big flashy tails. These guys don't really have very big flashy tails. And I'm not sure where I got them, if they were rescued or if they were some of the babies that I had from my previous rainbow-tailed female that was old and passed away with my other red Endlers. He's mostly staying out of the way. He's still a youngster. The other guys are adults. So yeah. Now I've got a couple of coolie loaches in here. Eventually I'm wanting to turn my 55-gallon into a sand bottom tank, and then they'll have more room. Right now they're fine, but I like them to have more room. It's just that I had a change of plans after I'd gotten them. Not my own plan change, but yeah, so that's gonna have to wait, and I'm thinking maybe I'll just do half and half in that tank. I've got enough sand to do the half and half eventually, and then they can be in the 55-gallon, and they'll have plenty of space. And then once I save up enough money, and I'm hoping to do that this summer, I'm wanting to get a 100-gallon tank, bigger if I can afford it. And then I'm going to move all my adult light bears over there with the kids, and they can grow better. And then I'll use the 55 as another nursery, probably. Plus, my Peleco is going to need more room. Right now, he's only about 8 inches, maybe. Not quite. I don't think he's that big yet. I rescued him from my cichlid tank at PetSmart. He was shredded. He had no fins. He's got all his fins back now. That was several months ago, so... yeah, all the others died. Anyways, this is going to be a 15-minute video. Sorry, it wasn't supposed to be that long. I hope YouTube allows me to upload it. I think it's actually 10 minutes, but since I've got so many videos up, I think it might have gone up. I don't know how they work that. I haven't paid attention in a while. Anyways, my critters.